There's been a theater on this particular site here in Madison since almost the turn of the century. It started out as a Nickelodeon in a storefront. The first actual theater was called Little Grand because there was one down the street called The Grand. Little Grand was here up until 1936 when there was a fire, and when they rebuilt it, they greatly expanded it and we called it the Ohio, and it's been here ever since. The theater closed briefly from 93 to 96 when we reopened it. Other than that, it's been in continuous operation.
Digital dilemma is what's facing many theaters throughout the country, all theaters throughout the country. The big theaters are covered because they're big theaters, they've got the backing behind. All of us little theaters are being faced with the fact that if we don't make this conversion to digital, then we will have nothing to play. Film will no longer be film, it'll all be digital, and all of the equipment needs to be changed to handle the digital content.
Right now, 75% of the country is converted to digital, and by early 2013, the estimates are anywhere up to 95% will be converted. So at that point, Hollywood's going to start their phase out of film. And so little small town theaters like us, film's going to become scarce very quickly. And so without converting to the new digital, we will have no movies to play and we will be out of business.
Unfortunately, it's not an inexpensive project. It's a very expensive project. And we don't have the means to do that, and most little theaters don't, but we want to continue in our business.
One great thing about digital is it's very bright, it's very steady picture, very clean picture, never going to be a scratch on a digital film. The ability to show 3D movies, but what we're most actually excited about is all the alternate content we'll be able to do. People have seen it in Louisville and so forth, being able to see concerts and operas and ballets and Broadway shows, sporting events, and a lot of independent films. All that world opens up to us once we have digital.
Of course, we'd like someone to give money because they love the Ohio and they just want to give money. But then we also know that people like to get something for their money. So we've created packages for people to purchase. So there's a lot of opportunities from small dollar amounts up to big dollar amounts. And for most of that, you can get something in return for your money. And you also get the opportunity to know that you're keeping the Ohio Theater here and keeping it open.
We're the 5th owners of the theater, and the theater hopefully will live on for generations after us. So we're just here for a little while. And so this campaign to keep the theater going really is keeping the theater itself alive as an entity for Madison, especially downtown Madison, because it's been a part of Madison for almost a century.
So many people come tell me about their first dates here, or I remember when I was a little kid and my parents brought me here and my grandparents brought me here. There's just so much history in this building.
There's so many businesses that depend on the theater, the crowds coming down here. There's so many people that love coming here, so it's not just us, it's the theater itself that we're trying to save.
Without the conversion, we won't be here. The biggest thing is to keep the history here and to keep downtown alive with a movie theater.